Hello students, today we will do complete solution of the problem which we were doing in the last class. So, in last class we prepared one table in which we made 4 columns. Number 1 for job, number 2 for the time of machine A, number 3 for the time of machine B and idle time of machine B. Okay, so start the solution. We have written in job column the job sequence which we obtained by the calculation. Right? Now we will divide this column number 2 time in and time out. So first we will calculate the time of machine A for different jobs. So time in for the machine A we will take 0. After that, on this machine A, job 2 is taking 1 hour for working. So, timeout will be 1. After that, this timeout will be time in for job 4. Now, job 4 is taking 3 hours. So, timeout will be 4 hours. Then, this 4 hour will be time in for machine for job 3. So, now job 3 is taking how much time? It is taking 9 hours. So 9 plus 4 is equal to 13. Now this time out will be time in for job 5. So it is 13. Job 5 is taking 10 hours. So 10 plus 13 is equal to 23. So this time out will be time in for job 1. Job 1 is taking 5 hours on machine A. So time will be 28. Okay. So this last time 28 hours is the total working time of different jobs on machine A. Now in the same way we will find out the time in time out for the machine B. So when any job will done its work on machine A, after that it will proceed on machine B. Job 2 is working 1 hour on machine A. So, machine B will start the working after 1 hour. So, time in will be 1. Right? After that, job 2 is taking how much time on machine B? It is taking 6 hours. So, 1 plus 6 is equal to 7. This 7 will be time in for job 4. Job 4 is taking 8 hours. So, 8 plus 7 is equal to 15. Now, this 15 is the time out for job 4. Okay. So, job 3 can start its work after the completion of job 4. So, we have to write time in 15 hour here. Okay. Now job 3 is taking 7 hours. So 15 plus 7 is equal to 22. Now 22. After that we are seeing in the table that job 3, we are seeing in the table that job 5 is working up to 23 hours on machine A. So that we have to write 23 because job 5 is working on machine A. When it will be free from machine A, then it will proceed on machine B. So we have to write 23 here. Now job 5 is working 4 hours 4 hours on machine B. So 23 plus 4 is equal to 27. Same problem here. Now job 1 is busy on machine A up to 28 hours. So we have to write here 28. Okay. Then job 1 is working on machine A, on machine B 2 hours. So 28 plus 2 is equal to 30. Okay. So this last 30 hours is the total elapsed time which was taken by all the jobs on different machines A and B. Okay. Now we will calculate the idle time of machine B. So for this, first we are seeing when job 2 is started on working, job 2 is started working on machine B, machine B has to remain idle for 1 hour. So first we will write 1 here, then we will subtract this 7 minus this 7, it is 0, then 15 minus 15 again 0, 23 minus 22, it is 1, 28 minus 27, it is 1. So now we will add these, this is 3 hour, right? Now from the calculation of this table, now we will write that the minimum total elapsed time, it is 30 hour, that means this time it is 30 minute, 30 units. Now the idle time of machine A, it is total working hour 30 minus total working hours taken by all the jobs on machine A, it is 28. So 30 minus 28 is equal to 2 units. Now similarly the idle time of machine B, it will be only this quantity. So this is 3 units, right? So this is the complete solution of the sequencing problem for different jobs. Different means n jobs on two machines. Okay. Now you can try so many questions of this topic, and if you have any problem then you can ask from me. Okay. Thank you, students.